have about 3 or 4 at a time.
Okay, well, you go up to the right-hand corner. of the-
Yeah,
And there should be a little box.
says rec, REC.
No,
That's record.
That's record.
no,
Yeah,
on the wrong.
It says speaker view.
Well, you have speaker view,
Yeah, that's what I have.
and that shows only 3 or 4 in the top.
participants, can I do
Oh.
that?
No, well, just click on speaker view, and it'll switch to the gallery view.
And then next to that, it says enter full screen.
And full screen,
Full screen is what you want.
yeah, full screen is probably what you want.
There you are.
And then you have speaker view, and that toggles between gallery and speaker.
Right.
If it's showing speaker, that means you're in gallery. And if you're,
Okay,
and so it
okay,
toggles from one to the other.
yeah,
Okay?
thank you.
I can go over the controls. There's obviously you see a mic somewhere on your screen, and that's for muting yourself, so you don't create spurious noises. There's also right next to it is called a little picture of a camera, and that shuts off your video in case you have to blow your nose or do something you don't want to watch.
You see right on there,
You can mute yourself and the video. Okay.
its background, it's down.
I'm sorry. You want to pick your nose.
Are you really there? Or
Okay. Over.
from it?
Then you have a window called participants, and that allows you to see on a column of who's in the meeting. Okay.
Mhm. I do.
There's a chat button. And the chat button, you click, and it opens up a pop-up window where you can type in a question or a comment or something like that. And I'll see, my chat button will light up, and I'll be able to see if there's something we need to answer in the chat.
It's me.
Mhm. What'd you do?
The next over is called the share screen, and that's
The chat.
share screen is when you want to share something. For instance, I'll show you how it works. I'm going to share screen, and I'm going to go to
I think we went out.
a website on Safari. So I click on the Safari thing and I share it, and now you're looking at a thing I'm going to put on the Village News called the best movies on Netflix, and it happens to be
Yes,
it's a website called Flixboss, and you can go in there and you can pick if you want to look for romance, and it'll give you all the romance
I don't want that.
available, or you want to go to comedy, and it'll show you all the different comedy movies that are up and so forth.
Bob,
Yes.
this week I discovered something on Netflix. It's not a movie, but it's very calming and it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It's called Moving Art. And each session is a different topic. It has no spoken voice, but it does have music. The first topic was ocean, and it's moving photography that has been done both under the ocean and then on top of the ocean. The second one was on flowers. There's one on space. I don't know, it's a whole series, but it is absolutely beautiful to watch.
Okay. Well,
And it's called Moving Art, and it's on Netflix.
Okay.
No, but I want to get her on screen.
Well, I think she put this out here on Netflix.
okay. I got two more people joining us.
Somebody's showing it.
We gotta get rid of this documentary though, because on Netflix.
I didn't do it.
Well, anyhow, what I was going to show you, our website here. This is the Village website.
He's showing it.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Sharing the screen. Okay.
Yes.
And then you can go and look at different information. Like I'm going to go to the how-tos, and here's ways. This is a how-to I posted. And there's ways to join meetings. You don't have to have a webcam. You can use your phone. You can do all this stuff. And then here's the different meeting, so all this information is now available on the Village News, okay?
Great.
Uh,
Thank you.
We have the weekly menus.
Hello.
So forth. And we have different news articles I pick up, which is kind of stuff. This happens to be an article about managing stress that came from Medicare. Here's our picture about the wave. I went out and grabbed pictures off of Facebook and showed you so I could share them. And these will be around for a while, easy to look at, and kinds of stuff. So these are articles coming up every day. This is last week's notes of the happy hour meeting. It's the worship, Easter greetings, videos,
Wow.
and so forth. So I have more I can do with this website. If you want to see more about it, all I need to know is get some more input from you as to what you'd like to see and and if something you don't like to see, well, obviously, I can work on get rid of that too. And I throw a little humor in there and some news articles and stuff. Hey, we got Betsy in there. Can you hear us, Betsy?
What? Hello, everybody. Good to see you.
Hi.
Betsy.
Hi, Betsy.
Hi, Betsy.
And
Thanks for stopping by, Betsy.
I have a question that I'd like to throw out there for everybody,
sure.
and that is,
Well, get us back.
I've had 2 or 3 people ask me, what could we as the residents do when we get beyond being
Isolated, yes.
isolating? What could we do as a thank you for our staff, for all of the staff? And so I'm looking for ideas that you have, and I'm hoping to have a Zoom meeting within the next week or so with the resident council board. And so I'd like to have ideas of things we could do to thank the residents. Now, of course, we can always remember them when we have our employee appreciation fund. That's a wonderful way to remember them, but that doesn't happen until the fall. So it would be nice to have some other ideas. One thing I thought of was I thought if I could get a paper printed up with some pretty designs on it that said something, thanks to our heroes and staff. And then pass those out to all residents and ask them to write a note of thanks or appreciation. And then we could collect those. And when we're able to all be out, we could perhaps put them in the hallway outside of where the Red Chair Lounge is, going down the hall, so that the staff could come along whenever they're able to, and they could read these letters of appreciation.
That sounds really great, and I think they would appreciate that. I have another wild idea, and it would require a lot more work. But if we could get something like the birthday show cast and a lot more volunteers, we could put a show on for the staff.
I think it's a good idea.
A special show.
The only thing is that the staff isn't all here at the same time
Oh, we understand
necessarily.
that, but it's
Well,
not.
we have to tape it then. But the point, and we put on a sort of a, remember how the staff put on a show for us, and it was really funny. They were doing lip syncs, and we saw the classic one was when Sonny and Cher imitation. I got you, babe.
Yeah.
And that was with the guy up in the office that was running that. And, it was
It was cute.
that was really great.
Mhm.
That's a great idea.
Good idea.
However,
idea.
an awful lot of you who are on here now are going to have to volunteer to be in it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, sure.
Because we're
I
we're
would,
really lacking on volunteers to do the birthday shows. So
Well, maybe it's a thought to try to continue the virtual programs instead of leaving them aside, because I also read in the Eastern newspapers that social distancing is not going away.
that's right.
That people are saying it might be at least till
If you listened,
2022. If you let me finish, I'll just finish what I'm saying. It could last to 2022 or forever. So excuse me, that's all I wanted to get in there.
Yes,
I'd like to go back
If
to
you-
Bob's comment.
Chat button
If you
before you're
listen-
gonna talk.
Okay. Bill,
Bob,
go ahead, Bill.
back to your comment. I believe that that is an excellent idea. And I also would like to promote the idea that what I've seen here with the staff and with a few of you, that I definitely want to promote the idea that we are family.
Sure.
And there we all have supported one another. I have watched the Thursday functions outside on my balcony, even though I've been yelling about the pigeons. Everybody has laughed with me about that dilemma, but we've all stuck together. And I truly believe, there is a song, We Are Family, that we could use that in a skit
That would be a good theme,
as
actually.
well. And we have all pulled together in one way or another. And we should recognize that.
I think, and we all take care of each other. That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it would take a lot of organization, some planning, surveys of who could do what. We'd have to.
You have to find someone willing to be in charge.
Well, if we could get a survey to show that we got 15 or 20 who'd be willing to participate,
Right,
maybe we could get Gary and Liz to sort of help organize it.
right.
I don't think he wants.
I don't think we can volunteer them ourselves. They have to.
I would
that's what
agree.
They have to want to do.
We would have to go to
think-
him with the volunteers, because I don't know that he would want to try to, pull us by the teeth to participate. We have to show some spirit here. We
By
got
the
20
nature of things, we would always leave a lot of the staff out because they have duties and they can't all come at one time.
But we could videotape it and show it at other times.
Yeah, we could do it one.
We'll have to do that anyway because it'll be a long time before we can all get together and rehearse, and then the staff can get together and come and see it.
Right, right.
Well, at least it takes a while. Yes.
I have a comment. The videos have been working very well that we've been getting here through Walnut Village. So that's an idea that each worker could see a video of thank you to them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Good
Yeah.
idea, Gloria.
Do a video
Very good.
letter rather than just a written one too. Nola, what did you have?
I just was thinking, I love the idea of posting those because I can see them at any time. And I also really enjoy getting a little chocolate treat. I was wondering if we could do the same for them, a C's or something like that. It's a nice treat.
Well, I had also thought that one of the things we could do, if we could get enough people who would volunteer to make some brownies, cookies, that kind of thing, I can get the exact number for each department, how many employees there are, and then we could put together boxes of goodies and deliver them to each department head to share with all of their staff,
Great
and
idea.
a little note card to go with it.
Maybe we should wait till next year when the coronavirus is past.
What?
Problem is,
You
it's never
know-
going away.
I have lots of plastic gloves I use when I'm baking and so forth, and I'd be glad to pass them out for people to use, just like they do in the kitchen.
Right, right.
We've had,
If you listened,
Jan,
can I
go ahead.
talk?
Go ahead, Jan.
Jan?
Yes, we had leftover cookies from the last birthday show. And as cookie lady, I freeze the leftovers. And today I just sent them up to Gary and Liz. And they're going to distribute them, but maybe they could be included in this gift.
So if you want a cookie, knock on their door.
I would also make some peppermint bark to contribute to that.
I didn't know
Well,
this.
I thought,
Lady.
I want to talk to the rest of the board and see what they think, but I thought we could put a note out and ask who would be willing to make some type of goodie to let us know what it would be and how many they would contribute to see whether we could get enough together to do that.
I would like to add something here. I would like to add something.
Sure.
We need to check with Nadine.
Yes,
see-
I'm going to.
Excuse me, to see if we're allowed to do this, because Bill got in trouble with the Irish coffee. I'm not sure they will allow us to distribute food. I don't know that. And if they do, I think it's a
Yeah,
great
that's
idea.
probably true. Good point.
Yeah.
Bob, this is Doug. I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, let me add this. Whether you know it or not, I distributed lollipops. And lollipops were not handmade. And so the lollipops were accepted. That was not rejected. So I don't know if it's handmade or whether it's purchased, but we definitely need to ask the question like I did and find out if that's acceptable.
Yeah, that's true.
Bob, would gift cards be appropriate?
It's a Board of Health issue.
No,
Yeah,
It's a
that's
Board of
right.
Health-
I agree with you.
Sorry.
Who had the
Board
vote?
of Health issue. It's a Board of Health issue as to what you can do with homemade foodstuffs.
right, right.
And I think that needs to be checked.
Doug, you asked about gift certificates.
Yes,
There is
gift
a
cards or
reg-
gift certificates. I think gift cards would be something that would be small. And we don't know the individual tastes of each of our employees, but I think it would be a nice gesture.
Well, the problem is we are not allowed to give any gifts to our employees except what we donate to the Employee Appreciation Fund, which they receive at the end of the year. And I'm hoping that when people make their contributions this year, that they will remember what the staff has done for us during this time.
Well, I think this is a special occasion, and I think we could negotiate with Nadine possibly
Yeah.
on that.
I agree. We got to do some.
Front porch, we
do
might have
this.
to negotiate the front porch, but that's a
I
great
think-
idea, as long as
I
we
think
keep them all
if we check
equal.
with Nadine, if you'll check with Nadine on what we, under the circumstances, what we could do.
Right,
But I think before we move forward with planning something, we need to check that.
I agree.
Yeah.
As far as distributing food, I think the rules are that we can't provide food that they distribute to us because it's not certified. However, I think if we had a table of food and the people came by to pick it up and take it themselves, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I don't know what the rules are. Anyhow, I had on my things I wanted to cover, some way of saying thank you for such a wonderful Easter dinner and the gifts we got from the Walnut Village, a bottle of wine and chocolates. And I was thinking of maybe without putting a long-term letter of appreciation, somebody could send out, a wide recognition to everybody in the staff on the things we've just done this one past month. But we'll see. I don't know how to get this thing started or organized, but
Before you move on,
Could you mute everybody? We're getting a lot of noises that are interfering with what you're saying.
Okay, everybody's going to be muted here now. And if you want to talk, raise your hand. Okay. I don't want to lose everybody, to be too strict here, but let's see. We have some new exercise videos up on channel 73 and on YouTube, where Ryan and Emmanuel are doing sit and stretch exercises, and they look to be very good exercise, actually rather strenuous too. I'm going to try some of that out myself and see how well it works. So take a look on that. I'll try to put the links up on the Village News also. I'm also, I showed you the Village News earlier about looking for ideas so I can keep it of interest to you. I post stuff every day. And if it turns out that's something I can do on a regular basis, even after this is over, I can continue on it, but I still need to have something to put in it rather than just copying other stuff I see on the web. It's nice to have local stories, and it'd be even nicer if I could get some input about our new residents that have never really got a chance to know us very well, and we never got the bios posted it anywhere, or so I'd really like to see if we could get some of that stuff documented, and maybe I could go around and take a picture on their patio or front door and include that in a brief write-up. But that's something that I'll try to talk to Elizabeth or who is it? The other one, Suzanne. Yeah. There's another thing I was going to call your attention to is there was an article that came out in the mail today from the Front Porch Innovation and Wellness Group that does Alexa. And they're not only showing Alexa, but they have a whole resource guide for seniors. And it's about a 25-page booklet you can download. And it has all kinds of resources of stuff that's online, different video tours you can watch, different game sites you can tie into. There's all kinds of information about how to use FaceTime and Skype and all those other things. I have a lot of that already in my on the Village News, but there's more and more and more. There's quite a bit of stuff. And if you don't have anything else to browse on the internet for, this is a guide for many, many, many things on the internet. So let's see. Okay, Barbara. Whoop, let me unmute. Okay.
If any of you have directions on how to make masks, I don't, because I haven't made one, but I had, and I don't remember her name, lady in 158 that I have not met. But she called me today wanting to know if I had a pattern to make the masks, and I didn't. So if somebody has that pattern and they could print it out or something and put it in everyone's boxes, maybe other people would like it. I know she was looking for a pattern.
I'll stop by and see if Lauren, I have different patterns I've seen. And I'll see if Lauren would be willing to print that out and distribute it in the boxes. There's both the simple ones where you don't need to sew and you just use some rubber bands.
I don't know what she wanted.
And, well, that's an easy one. I made a bandana one like that. I think I showed it to you once before.
That would be Doris Young, and she's big into sewing, so she would.
That's right, and I think she wanted to sew.
Mm-hmm.
this is the bandana one. And it takes a minute or two to put together in this simple folding instructions.
As Judy said, it's Doris Young. That is who it is. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember her name. But I do think she wanted to sew. I think she's also a quilter, but she wanted to sew.
Yeah.
So if we could get some patterns out, I think that would be good.
There are many patterns on the YouTube. I'll research that and see if Lauren can be the person who can do the logistics, get them printed and
good.
Okay. Okay, wait. Let me get. Okay, Bill.
Can you tell us the size of that bandana? Because you don't need a bandana. You can use any kind of fabric.
Oh,
if
true.
you know what the size is.
Yeah, the bandana is about the right size, and that's about 15 inches square or something like that. I don't know what the exact, but that's my guess. And I'll get some couple of different options, and I think I'll put them up in the Village News so everybody can see it and make their own choices. But then we can do. I'll see if Lauren can get it printed out and distributed. Okay, Bill.
I don't think she would have seen that. If you put it up on Village News, I don't think she.
I will talk. I will walk down there. It's just down the hall for me, and
Okay.
give it to her.
Okay.
Okay, Bill.
Well, my only contribution is check with Ada Carpenter and Wanda Johnson, because Ada has been cutting out masks from material and Wanda's been doing the sewing. So somebody must have a pattern there that might be helpful. That's all I'm suggesting.
I'm trying to unmute you here. Okay. Here you go. Okay, Doug.
My wife has made about 34 masks in the last week or so for family members and friends, and sent them all over the country, and for some residents here in the village. And there are numerous patterns on the internet if you will just go on the internet and seek out patterns. And I could email you, Bob, the pattern that she has found useful and how she's done that if you'd like.
Okay, please do that, Doug. Yeah, I have some other masks. I've got my niece made some masks, and she's been sewing these and sending them out to. They got the little rubber bands on the side, and they're really comfortable. She's been sewing that and sending it out to all the people in the family, and it's worked out real well. So I don't know if the village is going to continue to supply masks if you need one, or it gets dirty or messy or something like that. But the one that they gave me was a children's size. I couldn't even put it
Well,
on.
I understand that if you called them and told them that it was too small because somebody else did this, that they will bring you another one that's larger.
Okay, I'll check into that and let you know. Okay. Well, we see Ken is now in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. Okay, Michelle, I'm going to unmute you. Come on. Well, it doesn't. I'm clicking the button, but I'm trying to. Here we go. Okay, Michelle. I can't hear you.
Second. I've read an article where testing has been done on what kind of a mask you need to make if you really want it to repel the corona or COVID-19. And it's put out. Oh, I saw it. It was on CNN or something. It was by a university, and they told the thickness, the weave of the cloth, that it should be heavy-duty cotton, 100% cotton, and more double layer at least, and various other things. But they also said that how many stitches per inch and that kind of thing to actually stop the germ from getting through. And I'll see if I can find it, and I'll email it to you find it.
The needs for us to wear cloth masks are not to prevent from picking it up, but from transmitting it to others.
That's right.
But it's
Yeah.
both ways, though. I mean, these days it's both ways. There's such a thing as the mask that will stop the germ. Those
Right.
N95s are supposed to be able to do that, the
Yeah.
ones with the valve.
And they're telling us not to wear those because there's a shortage of them and they need to be saved for caregivers.
My impression is they're talking about the N95s, which are the professional variety. I don't think they're talking about things that you can get at Etsy. You know about Etsy. Etsy.com, they handmade goods, all kinds of handmade goods, they make them.
Right. Okay, well, all we need right now is cloth masks to prevent spreading any contaminants that come from us. And they haven't asked us to, wear the same kind of protective equipment that the medical people have to use. So,
Bob?
Yeah.
Bob?
yes,
This is Patty. I have read and heard that they do need to be washed after 1 day's use. That you shouldn't wear them for several days. So if you have 3 or 4, then you can wear them and then toss them all in and wash them at once and have them for another 3 or 4 days.
right. Well, it all depends on how long you wear them for a given day.
Right. I
If
would
you wear 'em-
question
Okay.
why would my mask be contaminated and need washing if I'm the only person who wore it and I haven't run into anybody else?
Right.
What's the source for that information?
I agree. What's the
Well,
source?
it was on that, one of the places I saw it was on that sheet that came with the masks that we received. It
Yes.
said that they should be washed daily.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. I don't wash daily.
I found out that the cotton that you use for quilting.
I
Very-
can't, who's talking? I can't even tell.
Liz is trying to talk.
It's
Oh.
the cotton that you use for quilting is very is well done. And also, when I make mine, I use cotton flannel on the inside because it makes it softer to your face rather than just 2 pieces of fabric.
Liz, it's hard to hear you. Can you speak closer to the microphone wherever it may be?
I have no idea where it is.
Oh, is it on their computer?
Yes.
Yeah, it's,
Well,
it's
I hear you a lot better now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll need to move closer. But the flannel on the inside is good because it keeps it's softer to your face.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So that's just two pieces of fabric, of cotton. And then I also take a paper clip and open it out and use it across the front and put it across the top of your nose.
Okay.
Gloria, you have something to say?
Yeah. I saw a fast being made with a coffee filter on the inside. So it would be like the flannel Liz is talking about. So they made the mask, but then they put the filter inside for extra protection. So that's
Yes,
an
you
idea.
can do that.
Yeah.
And you can also use the HEPA filters if you can find them.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all good ideas. Yeah.
I don't know whether you can see this on the TV or not, but I'm going to put this up. And you see where it's folded?
Yeah.
That's because there's a paper clip, an open paper clip in here.
Oh, okay.
And it does stay up on your nose much better than doing it just with fabric.
Okay. Well, so getting to be about the time we should close unless somebody else has some interesting topics or wants to bring up something.
Well, we could have a virtual Christmas open house using something like Zoom, or even just having a picture that everybody can tune into, and we could just do it one apartment at a time. I mean, there's a lot one can do with Zoom or with any other virtual instrument like this. I think it's great, and it should continue, really.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Gloria, go ahead.
Okay, for your information, tonight, there's a good movie on KCET. I don't know what channel that is here for everybody, but it's A Man for All Seasons. You may remember that back, and there's lots of good old actors that are in that movie.
Right.
Man for All Seasons.
KCET off, am I here?
Yeah.
KCET runs a lot of good old movies. If you watch your menu, I get the TV book with the paper, but it's always in there.
You, Bill?
Speaking of Zoom, the Motley Fool Finance newsletter is recommending the purchase of Zoom. So that might be a topic that we talk about with our finance club when we do Zoom the next time with finance.
Yeah, I saw that today, and I looked up on my stocks site, and Zoom is terribly overpriced right now based upon its current valuation. It's about $150 a share, and the stock's worth about $60 or $70.
All right.
Now it's not the good time to buy it, even though Motley Fool says it is.
Yeah. Well, what trivia? The CEO of Zoom lives in my daughter's neighborhood in Folsom, California.
Oh, okay.
That's trivia.
Well, thanks God for Zoom, because it makes all the stuff easy for us. Okay, Judy.
Right.
I'd like to make an announcement. We had scheduled an orientation for new residents who moved in since January 15th. And we had our orientation session yesterday outdoors at the Boston's patio with the Bostons and the Evans, and a new PowerPoint that could not be projected, but was out on paper.
We'll get her picture up.
We are now up to date. Everyone's been trained on the earthquake protocol.
Does anyone know, or are we allowed to tell? Somebody went out in the ambulance yesterday, and I just wondered if we knew who it was.
Yes, we do. It was Annabelle.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Was that the wrong one? No, it was yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Right, that's what I heard.
I saw her on her balcony at 4 o'clock.
Well, maybe it was the day before yesterday.
Too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing. What'd you say?
I'm not sure whether it was yesterday. There was somebody who went out in the last couple of days. I forget what day we were talking. I think it was Monday that they went out, actually, because somebody brought it up. I brought it up to somebody on Tuesday at the waving thing. And I was told it was Annabelle the day before.
Is there anyone
Somebody I know went Wednesday afternoon, a lady, so maybe that was Annabelle.
Another,
Is there
again?
anyone else? Do we know of anyone else other than Annabelle that has gone out?
Yes, I do. I do. I asked the maid yesterday who was in 238, and it's Leon Brand is in a facility, but her condition is not related to the virus. It is related to her lung problems. So she is not Leon Brand.
Brandt, isn't it Brandt?
Is it Linda?
Matter. You know who
Linda Brandt, maybe it is.
She's in a hospital facility.
Oh, Brand, maybe. I forget how it is.
Oh, Leanne Brand. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were waiting for.
Well, let's see. Okay,
She
Nola.
may have gone out in the hospital.
I just have two things. First is thank you for bringing things like that up. I need to know who's ill and needs a cheering up card or something
Right.
like that. And so I can send them out. Otherwise,
right.
I'm not down there to hear the scuttlebutt. And the other thing is, I want to thank you for this meeting. This is so good to see some of you I haven't seen forever. Anyway,
That's what it's all about.
Also-
Please pass it on to everybody you see. Okay, Judy?
I understand Marshall Vanderlinde is waiting for an operation. Does
Okay.
any-
Oh, Judy, Marshall had surgery
Ah.
and he's back home now. He had the procedure, they put 4 stents into his heart.
Oh my gosh.
After two of his valves had to be cleared out.
Oh,
And
wow.
then they put in 4 stents, but he came home, I think it was Monday that he came home, Monday or Tuesday. And I've been-
Tuesday, I think.
It was Tuesday.
yeah, I've been talking with Nancy, and I made a card for him today, but I haven't talked to her since the day he came home.
Okay.
Do we know of anyone else?
Who else do we know?
Okay, Bill, what do you got?
I don't know anyone else,
Oh,
except I want to dispel the rumor. I am not leaving Walnut Village.
yay!
And I am moving down the hall, and I will be neighbors with Patty and Mac in room 376.
Oh,
Oh,
congratulations.
I have
Oh
already
my
asked,
gosh.
yes, I have already asked Patty
Next.
what side of the room her living room is on, so that I can be on the other side to play my rock and roll music.
Oh,
no, no, no.
Don't disturb my new neighbor.
Hey,
So when you move,
Bill,
No
what's
one
the,
knows. No one knows. I was there today, and the furniture still has to be moved out of Hal Brooks's apartment. So everything is on hold until we can bring people in the gate. But it's definite that I will move from here. I don't know that anyone who might move in here at this point.
No one.
No.
well,
Bill?
oh, I know of somebody, but it's not
Bill?
official, so.
Bill,
Yes.
Bill?
what's
Bill,
Clyde
it's
do
Barbara.
without you?
What? Go ahead, Barb.
Bill? Bill?
Yes.
Bill, it's Barbara.
Yes, Barbara.
You're just going to be down the hall from me, just 2 doors. Now, I'm really wondering, are you interested in changing cleaning times? Because I don't like this 8 o'clock in the morning.
We talk about this with a margarita offline.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I have a question. Are people still doing research on different care centers we could go to if something happened?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Judy, you're the official collector though, I think, aren't you?
Did you get a form yesterday with your package that asks
Yes.
you to send me the information if you have an HMO and a PPO? If you have original Medicare, you can go to any care. But if you have an HMO, PPO, you need to know which ones have a contract with your HMO, PPO. So
Mhm.
if you are in that situation, fill it out, give it back. And let me just also add, Teresa said no one will be moving in or out while we're under this pandemic situation.
Are you interested in just general purpose information about different places? Otherwise, if not, I won't.
I am interested in knowing which ones have contracts right now with HMOs and PPOs, which ones they have.
Okay.
Do you want us to reply for people in the summer house?
Well, yeah, I suppose. They might need to have rehab as well.
Right. Well, we might not both have the same insurances, so.
Yep.
Do that.
Okay. And Michelle, if you have other information about a care center that you know is particularly good or particularly bad, you could give that to me offline maybe.
I will. I'll send it to you by email. I already sent you one, but it was just before this meeting. But mainly it's just accreditation things and other information about certain ones that are not that good. But they're all in the 92802 area.
Catherine, you had your hand up.
Oh, no. I'm just listening.
Oh, well,
I don't know how I got my hand up.
you had your hand up. Okay. Okay.
That's kind of like, hey, Catherine, that's kind of like a butt dial.
Thanks a lot. I tried to come in earlier and they wouldn't let me in, so.
No, we wouldn't let you. No.
Well, okay, I think it's about time to knock it off. I really appreciate everybody coming here. We got up to 22 people today.
Oh.
And that's a new record for us.
I have one item for next agenda.
Sure.
I have not spoken to this gentleman and asked his opinion or whether or not he would be willing to do it. If he's not, I will do it. And that is, Ken Beardsley has had a wonderful experience on ordering from grocery stores. And I would like him to, if he would, share the technique he uses, because I've learned a lot from him, and that he could share that with us. Now, maybe he won't talk to me anymore as a result of me volunteering him, but he does have some wonderful techniques that I guarantee you will not know unless you talk to him.
I have some new experiences to share. And I'll definitely include that in the next agenda. And I'll tell you my secrets too.
All right, great.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Bob.
All right, well, thanks everybody.
Good weekend, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
All the new people